Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today's episode of Roll for Sandwich is sponsored by the Folio Society. The Folio Society creates premium, hardback, beautifully illustrated versions of your favorite books. These stunning special editions will be the highlight of your bookshelf and make great gifts for the book lover in your life. Check the link in my bio to browse their online catalog. All right, let's get things started with our roll for bread. 5, everything bagel. All right, nothing like a good everything bagel. It's toasted up and ready to go. So far, so good. Next, let's roll for Maine. 9, pickle loaf. Salty, fatty, and a bit of acidic zing from the pickles. I'm game for pickle loaf today. I just hope we get cheese. All right, let's roll for that cheese. 3, Havarti. Havarti's a great roll here. Mild and creamy with some bright notes. I think this will be right at home here. Next up, let's roll for our roughage. That's 4 pickled green beans and 8 onion. Green beans were a staple side vegetable in my house growing up. Sometimes from the can, sometimes fresh from the garden. I remember hearing stories about how my great-grandfather would eat his green beans with dill pickle juice. And honestly, I don't see that being too bad. These have a nice little snap of freshness to them and should be pretty consistent with our flavor profile so far. Next up, we've got some white onion, left over from prepping some soups for once the baby gets here. Feel like onions go well with bagels, so this shouldn't present a problem. Next up, let's hit it with some wild magic. 11, Tony's Satcheries. This Creole seasoning blend is pretty popular in the States. It's a blend of herbs and spices containing red pepper, black pepper, garlic, basil, and more. Last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. 18. We'll call it bee sauce. This sauce, made in Carlsbad, California, is an almond-based dip or spread. The original flavor is savory and slightly spicy. It's vegan, dairy-free, and pretty dang tasty. Let's go ahead and get our sandwich closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross-section. All right. Well, from the outside, this one seems to be pretty cohesive, but there's only one way to find out. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, this is pretty good. There's nothing like the texture of a good bagel. The meat and cheese work well together. The Tony Satcheries and the sauce fit together pretty well. I think my biggest complaint here is the veggies this time. They were good, just didn't blow me away. So I'm gonna give this one a 7.7. And I'm gonna call it the Triple B. Thanks again to the Folio Society for sponsoring this episode. And if we're still on Baby Watch, I'll see you Friday.